Have you ever apologized in Japan and felt like it didn't actually fix anything? You said I'm sorry, you bowed, you reflected, but somehow relationship still felt awkward. In my last video, I talked about why apologies are often never enough in Japan, at a social or community level. Today, I want to answer a very important follow-up question. How do apologies really work between individuals in Japan? Between friends, partners, and coworkers? Because this is where many foreigners and even Japanese people get confused. Let's start with a common misunderstanding. In many Western cultures, an apology is expected to do three things: admit fault, express regret, reset the relationship. Once you apologize properly, the issue is supposed to be resolved. But in Japan, an apology does not automatically reset a relationship. This is a key point. An apology in Japan is not a conclusion, it's an opening. In individual relationships, a Japanese apology mainly does one thing. It shows awareness. When you say, I'm sorry, in Japan, you're not saying, please forgive me. You're saying, I understand that I caused discomfort or trouble. That's it. No demand, no expectation. This is why apologies in Japan often feel quiet, incomplete, or even cold. Because forgiveness is not included by default. This is a part many people struggle with. In Japan, forgiveness is considered the other person's responsibility, not the offender's reward. So instead of I apologized, so you should forgive me, the mindset is closer to I apologized. What happens next is up to you. This applies even between close friends or partners. If the other person chooses to forgive, they will show it through behavior, not words. In Japan, forgiveness is rarely verbal. You probably won't hear, I forgive you. Let's put this behind us. Instead, forgiveness looks like they start talking to you normally again. They include you in daily routines, they stop bringing up the incident, the emotional distance slowly disappears. If none of this happens, then the apology was acknowledged, but not accepted. And this can take time, sometimes a lot of time. Let's break it down by relationship type. Friendships in Japan are often low confrontation. If trust is damaged, apology is accepted politely, but emotional closeness may never fully return. The friendship might continue, just at a distance. In romantic relationships, apologies matter more, but consistency matters more than words. A single apology can mean very little without changed behavior, patience, emotional restraint. Pushing for forgiveness too fast can actually make things worse. At work, apologies are often procedural, not emotional. You apologize to restore harmony, show responsibility, protect the group. But personal feelings may remain unresolved, and that's considered normal. The biggest mistake, especially for foreigners, is this: trying to force emotional closure. Saying things like, so, are we okay now? Can you forgive me? I already apologized though. In Japan, this feels selfish. It shifts the focus from the harm caused to the comfort of the person who caused it. And that can undo the apology itself. So, what works better? Apologize once, sincerely. Do not over-explain or justify. Change your behavior. Give the other person time. Let the normal interaction return naturally. Silence, patience, and consistency often matter more than perfect words. So, in Japan, apologizes matter, accountability matters, but forgiveness is never automatic. It's something quietly granted or not over time. If you understand this, you'll avoid a lot of confusion, frustration, and unnecessary emotional damage in Japanese relationships. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments and feel free to share your own experiences. Thanks for watching.